Good morning, students. And today we are going to see in the first unit the poem The Castle, okay, which was written by Edwin Muir. Okay, in the first unit we are going to see the poem The Castle. Okay, already I have sent on link, but I am not satisfied with that, and many of you told me that it is we can't understand that class. Okay, so again I am taking, listen me carefully. Okay, and before I enter into the topic, I want to share something about the poem. The castle, okay, we should not pronounce the title the castle, okay, it is wrong pronunciation, and here T is silent, okay, castle, the castle. It was written by Edwin Muir. And before we enter into the poem, we should always have the clarity over the title, okay. And the castle, do you have any idea about the castle? Can anybody tell me what do you mean by castle? Okay, I'll tell. Castle is nothing but it is a large building. Castle is nothing but it is a large building. It has high walls, thick gates, sometimes mowers, battlements, and so on. Okay, and we can tell it is a royal residence. Okay, castle, for example, we can take Red Fort. Okay, like that. A castle means a large building. It has high walls, thick gates, and it is a royal residence. Kotai அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். Okay, so that is called as the castle. And castle, why in those days they built castle? Because in order to defend people from attack, right? Why they were built castle in olden days? Because to defend people from the enemies, in order to safeguard the people it built over, right? And so that building is called as the castle. And okay, and next, before we enter into the poem, we should always appreciate the one who is responsible for the work, right? So that means the author of the poem. Who is the author of the poem? Edwin Muir. Okay, Edwin Muir is actually he belongs to Scotland. He is a Scottish poet. Not only a poet, he is a dramatist. Okay, he has written many dramas and novels, and who is a critic also, and who is a critic, translator, and many roles he had. Okay, and Edwin Muir, he belongs to Scotland. He is a Scottish poet. And in the age of okay, after that you will see his personal life. In the age of 14, he lost everybody in his family. Okay, in the age of 14, he lost everybody in his family. And after that, what happened? He was forced to work in factories because he has to live, no? Okay, in order to save his life, he has to do some work. Okay, there was nobody to help him. So, he forced to work in factories. And he met many troubles in his life. So in order to satisfy his needs, in order to satisfy his daily needs, he worked hard. And that bitter experience, okay, that bitter experience made him to enter into the writing field, right? Okay, his life was it was full of sufferings. Okay, that sufferings made him to enter into the writing field. And when we come to his themes, most of his themes he focused on death, loss, disloyalty, and life. And we can see in his themes what are the sufferings, what are the difficulties he met. Everything we can see through his writings. Okay, and what he experienced, that he expressed in his writings, right? And so everything he has projected in his writings. What he has projected? His sufferings. Okay, what are the sufferings he met in his life? Everything he projected in his writings. And here the poem The Castle is one of his best works. Okay, and in this poem he has clearly picturized the majestic castle. And they were very confident about this. They were the soldiers of the castle. They were very confident about the strength of the castle. And the mighty castle, it was defeated at the end. It was over. It was captured by the enemies. how it has happened over, okay, how it was captured by the enemies. Everything he has given in the six stanzas. And the theme of the poem, if we take the theme of the poem, means it is unspecified battle. Okay, the theme of the poem is unspecified, okay, not a specified, unspecified battle. This is the theme of the poem. Okay, in the first three stanzas, he has covered over the soldiers, the armies, their strength and everything. Okay, the poet has highlighted in the three stanzas the strength of the castle, that armies and soldiers. And in the next, that last three stanzas, he has written about how the castle was defeated. Okay, and if you have a clear idea about on the title, you can understand the poem very easily. I hope you can understand the title. So the castle is a large building. Okay, just imagine like a red fort. Okay, and we'll go line. Let us go with line by line. Listen me carefully. It's a very nice poem, and Edwin Muir, he has written in a wonderful wordings. Okay, stanza 1. All through that summer at ease we lay. So before enter into the poem, you have to know about the speaker of the poem. Who is the speaker? One of the soldiers. Okay, one of the soldiers is the speaker, right? Not Edwin Muir. One of the soldiers is the speaker here. So all through that summer at ease we lay. So it was a summer season. So the soldier is speaking here. Okay, what is the work of soldier? He has to protect the castle. Okay, he is in his work. In a summer time, I am just standing in my castle to protect the castle. I am standing, and I am standing. There is no fear at all. In a relaxed way. Okay, in a relaxed way, in a cool way, I am just standing. Okay, in a summer season in our castle. So in a relaxed at ease we lay. Okay, we here denotes the soldiers. Okay, the soldiers in the castle, they were very relaxed. They were very stress free, right? And daily from the turret wall, we watched the movers in the hay. Daily from the turret wall. What do you mean by turret wall? If you have a book, you can see your glossary part. Turret wall, a small tower on top of a castle. Okay, you might have seen in Red Fort, in that four sides, it has a pillars. Okay, அப்படியே நாலு பக்கம் பெரிய பெரிய தூண் மாதிரி இருக்கும், and we can see that small towers. In that soldier, in each small tower a soldier will stand, and you might have seen in the movies also, there one soldier stand with gun. Okay, so that part is called as turret wall. Turret wall, just imagine a small tower on top of a castle. So from the turret wall, the soldier, we watched the movers in the hay. We watched the mowers. What do you mean by mowers? Grass and level the lawns. A man who is grassing and level the lawns, that man is called as a mower. Okay, we watch the mowers in the hay. So what he is telling, from the turret wall, he is in top of the tower. From there itself he could see the mower, a man who is towering the lawn. Okay, I can see a man who is grassing, who is leveling the lawns, and the enemy half a mile away. And the enemy half a mile away. And from the turret wall, I can see whether the enemies are coming or not. Okay, what he is coming to say, they can focus a half mile from the turret wall. Okay, that much height that tower it has. Okay, from that height itself, that a soldier can focus half a mile. Okay, from the castle he can focus half a mile. So wherever we see, we could not see any enemy at all. Okay, wherever we see, we could not see any enemy at all. So we were very stress free, we were very relaxed. So they seemed no threat to us at all. Okay, they the enemies. Okay, the enemies. So from always we are watching from the turret wall. I can see the movers. At the same time I can focus, okay, half a mile. We can focus half a mile. So wherever we see, we could not find any enemy at all. So at last what he is coming to say, so to our castle there is no threat. Okay, we were very safe, and if anybody comes, we are ready to attack them. So this is the first stanza about the castle. Okay, and second stanza, we'll move to the second stanza. For what we thought had we to fear. So why should we get fear? For what we thought had we to fear. With our arms and provender, load on load. So they are telling the facilities they have in their castle. Okay, why should we get fear? Because we, with our arms, okay, we have number of soldiers. Okay, with our arms and provender means food. If anything we happened, food, we have load on load food. And our towering battlements, tire on tire. Towering battlements, already I said in the movies you might have seen, in a tower or 10 feet la orthan irpan. After above him one more tower, there one soldier will stand, and above him one more tower, there one soldier will stand. Why they are standing? The tire on tire, one above the other. Okay, if one soldier miss, the next will catch the enemy, right? If one, so அப்போ என்ன சொல்கிறாரு, எல்லா பக்கமும் நாங்கள் ரொம்ப வாட்ச்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கோம். அண்ட் ஆன் டவரிங் பேட்டில்மெண்ட்ஸ், ஓகே, தட் அவர் சோல்ஜர்ஸ் ஆர் ஸ்டாண்டிங் டயர் ஆன் டயர், ஒன்று அபவ் த அதர். அப்படி நிறைய பேர் அப்படி சோல்ஜர்ஸ் எல்லா டவர்லையும் தே ஆர் ஸ்டாண்டிங் அண்ட் தே ஆர் வாட்சிங் த எனிமீஸ், right? And friendly allies drawing near. What do you mean by friendly allies? That supporting nations. Supporting nations. Supporting nations, they have friendly nations, no, they have a good relationship with them. If they get any trouble, if they call them, immediately they will reach and they will help us. Okay, immediately they will reach and they will help us. And on every leafy summer road. So again I am telling, friendly allies means supporting nations. So already they are telling that why should we get fear? Because we have so many soldiers and provender, food, and our towering battlements, tire on tire. Our soldiers are watching, standing one above the other and watching whether the enemies are coming or not. And friendly allies, so our supporting nations also always ready to help us. Drawing near, they are very near to us. Okay, if we call, they will come immediately. On every leafy summer road. What do you mean by leafy summer road? Wherever they want to come, they are ready to enter. Wherever they, here they denoting the supporting nations. Okay, wherever they want to come, சந்து பொந்து எல்லா பக்கமும் ரெடியாக இருக்காங்களாம். ஓகே, இப்போ கூப்பிட்டோன்னா அங்கிட்டுங்கிட்டு அப்படியே எல்லா பக்கமும் புகுந்து உடனே வந்துடுவாங்களாம். ஓகே, ஸோ wherever they want to come, they are ready to enter. Right? So again I'll read, for what we thought had we to fear. Why should we get fear? Because with our arms and provender, load on load. We have so many soldiers, and food also we have load on load. And our towering battlements, tire on tire. Towering battlements, you know very well, all the places our soldiers are standing and watching, and tie one above the other. அப்படி லைனாக நின்று அங்கிட்டு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எல்லாருமே they are watching. And friendly allies drawing near, and our supporting nations also, they are ready to help us. They are just waiting for a calling. On every leafy summer road, wherever they want to enter our country, they can enter because they are waiting. Okay, each and every corner, they are a nook and corner, they are waiting. And every leafy summer road. So this is the second stanza.